Hi, it's Craig, WJ6F. Today's video, we're going to be looking at the P15 from Max Talker Radio. We're going to be checking out the power, spurious emissions, and see how easy it is to program from the front end. And we'll get to it right after this. Okay, the items you get with this, you get owner's manual. You get this little owner's card. It has a QR code, will help you get to the websites, I guess. You got a programming cable, 2 belt clips, 2 wrist straps, 2 tactical TID earpiece and mic sets, 2 charging cradles, 2 USB cords from A to C for charging the batteries, 2 15-inch antennas that do say made by Diamond, but I'm not 100% sure if that's the actual Diamond antenna company. Then you get 2 regular standard rubber ducks, 2 2200 milliamp hour batteries, and of course 2 radios. Let's take a quick look around the radio. Starting with the left side on the top here, you have these 2 function buttons here. A quick press gives you the FM commercial stations. Push it again to turn it off. Press and hold gets you the little alarm thing. Press and hold again to turn it off, or you can hit the push to talk to turn it off. The bottom one, that's flashlight. Second push gets you the strobe, and turn it off a third time. Press and hold, you get the monitor. Center one, push to talk. On the top, you have your antenna, the flashlight, the power and volume knob, transmit receive indicator light. On the front, your speaker, microphone right here. You got your screen, typical 10 key, and I'll show you what some of these buttons do. On the right side, K1 plug for plugging in microphones or programming cables. On the back, your battery, and this can be charged with a USB-C, and you have your indicator light for charging. Unfortunately, the belt clip mounts to the battery. Now, starting with the menu button, obviously you press it quickly, that gets you into the menu. The red exit button gets you out of the menu. This will move you through the menu, these 2 arrows. Press and hold the menu button, and you can see it switches over to VFO. Press and hold again to get back to memory. On the exit, press and hold, and what this does, and I'll show you how to do this in a little later on, this will allow you to, if there's someone near you transmitting, you'll be able to pick up their CTCSS code, DCS code, and their transmit frequency. The drawback is you won't get, like if it's a repeater, you won't get the listening frequency. You'll only get the transmit frequency. And when you're using this, go down here to the scan button and hashtag. Press it and you'll go to VFO, VHF 200, 350, UHF. To get out of it, just press and hold the exit button again. This one allows you to lock it also allows you to go into reverse. Now pressing and holding the 0 button, that will get you into the no weather channels. And you can use this to scan through both your memories and through the no weather channels. To get back out, just press and hold the 0, and you're back out. Quick press on the hashtag gets you into the DTMF. Press and hold, and it gets you the scan. I only have 1 channel in here, so you're not going to see anything. A quick press of the exit button will switch you from A to B. A quick press of the asterisk and lock puts you in reverse. As you see, it went to 144620 from 145220. The menu on here is pretty much like any other Baofeng menu. Nothing extraordinary, although it is much easier to read, I think, on this one. It has all the same menu choices. And you can hold this down to go through the menu quickly. And there's 47 different options in the menu. Let's take a look at the manual right quick. It's a pretty decent manual. I didn't have any problems trying to understand it. Didn't need a UN translator. Gives you the specs on the radio. Some basic instructions on how to work it, especially where some of the keys have multiple functions. Shows you what every menu item is. Text specs. Troubleshooting guide. Shows you in Appendix C what all the menu items are, what you can do with each menu item, the menu item number. It does not give you a CTCSS list or DCS list. But other than that, good manual. And now I'm going to show you how to program a simplex frequency from the front end. First thing you want to do is switch to VFO. By doing that, you hold the menu button down. You can see we've switched to VFO over here on the channel B. Enter the frequency you want. Once you got that, go into the menu. And for this one, you don't have to worry about CTCSS or shift or any of that stuff. So we're just going to go to menu item 30. And that allows us to put this into a memory channel. And we're going to go up to channel number 2. And you can hold this to get through there really quick. There we are on channel 2. Exit out. Switch back to memory, and you can see channel 2, 146520. You cannot put a tag from the front end. You have to use chirp for that. Now I'm going to show you how to program in a repeater from the front end. Again, press and hold the menu to get to VFO. You can see it says VFO up here. Enter the frequency you want. In this case, we want 145220. Go into the menu. Go to item number 12. Pick your CTCSS, and we want 103.5. And you can hold this again to get through there faster. Now once you got that, and you've locked it in, go to item number 28 for the shift. And we want minus. Then we're going to go to menu number 29. And we got to put in our offset. Lock it in. And then go to menu item number 30 again to pick the channel you want to lock it in. And we're going to put it into 15. Again, you can press and hold to go through the numbers quicker. Lock it in. Exit out. Switch back to memory. And you can see 15, 145220. Now that I have the repeater programmed into the radio, we're going to try and make contact with said repeater. I did switch out the antenna for something a little more stout, since the way my house is constructed, it makes contacting anything across the street difficult. WJ6F testing. And there we go, we made contact. So now we know it's programmed properly. One of the great things with this radio is the fact that it is already on chirp. If you just look through all the different radios, you'll find Max Talker right here, and the P15 is already in there. If you don't have chirp, go ahead and click on Get It. Then click on the Download Latest Chirp build. And then go ahead and install it. Once you have it installed, go ahead and open it up. Click on Radio. Download from Radio. Pick the COM port you need. In my case, it's going to be COM 4. Find Max Talker. and then go to P15. Click on the OKs, and this does actually move rather quick. And you can see the 2 channels we've already programmed in there. Although I don't know why we have this, so we will delete that. We don't need all these extra ones. And since we're in Chirp, we can go ahead and name it. And this one will be Clara. And you go ahead and put other ones that you want in there. We need to make sure this is off. And once you get everything in here that you want, go ahead, go over to settings, and here's where you can change all the menu items like squelch, timeout, timer, all that good stuff. Unfortunately, I've not been able to find if you can change the 2 side buttons, the one that gets the alarm and the commercial FM stations, as well as the monitor and flashlight. Those I don't think could be programmed at all. I haven't found any way to do it. You can go down here for the DTMF, and they have the work mode settings, how you want it to show up. Like I have it set this to 146, and on B. Now, once you have everything all set up the way you want it, go back up here to radio, and you would hit upload to radio. But before we go there, they have this query source. So if you want to use repeater book or radio reference, DMR-mark, or some of these other ones, you can use that to help you input different repeaters. Pick your state. I'll pick Orange. And you can pick the bands you want. We only want 2 meters. And we'll do 70 centimeter. And now it should bring up the different repeaters that it may or may not have found. And here we are. Here's all the different 2 meter and 440 repeaters in Orange County. And you can arrange these however you want. You can put them in alphabetical, that way you can group them like this is the club I used to belong to, K6 SOA. And then to put them in there, go ahead and let's find the K6 SOA. Copy those. And then we'll go down here. And you just paste them right in. And you can alter this comment thing, or you can leave it in there. And it inputs everything that you need. Once you got it all, go to radio, upload to radio. And that's all there is to it for Chirp. Let's check out the power. This is supposedly an 8-watt radio, so we're going to find that out. First I'm going to start with the Claire repeater for 2 meter, and then I'm going to jump down to 70 centimeter. Well, we're at 7.34, so in the grand scheme of things, not bad. That'll work. Now we're down on the 440, 70 centimeter, as you can see by the arrow. And to switch, we just quickly press the exit button. And we're at, I don't know why it did that. We're at 6.72 watts for 70 centimeter. And if I remember correctly, 7 watts is the max for that they claim. So that works. You're not going to notice any kind of measurable distance with that small of a gap. Now we're going to check the spurious emissions on this, if any. I've got the Tiny SA Ultra all set up. We're going to be using on band A here, 146.520, and I've got it set to low power, as you can see by the little L up here at the top of the screen. Well, as you can see, we have this number 2 delta here sticking up there, and it's only negative 20 dB. It should be negative 40 dB, and it's also not below the blue line, which is the negative 16.02 dB. What does that mean? That basically means it's not legal to use this in the US for 2 meters, according to the FCC. Now I'm going to test the other radio. Okay, now I've got the second radio hooked up, and as you can see, again, I have it set to low power. We're on 146.520. So let's see how we fare. Well, this one's kind of worse. It's only at negative 17.2 dB. So again, this radio is not legal for use on 2 meters in the US. These radios have what's called one key frequency copy and save. Now the way you use that, the first thing you want to do is on the exit button here, press and hold, and that'll take you to where you need to be. You see how it says UHF, you have a choice of UHF, and you use the hashtag button down here to change them. Then you also have VHF, 200, 350, and back to UHF. So we will start with the national calling frequency for 2 meters, 146.520. Make sure you're in VHF. Press and hold. You see how it populated everything? It says none because there is no CTCSS tone. And you can do the same for 440. Like we'll use the 440 national calling frequency. Press and hold. And there it is. And it works great for simplex frequencies. Now the problem begins when you want to use a repeater. Let's switch this back to, we're already at UHF, clear it out. And I'll show you why there's a problem with using this on repeaters. And you see you grab the frequency that we're transmitting, which is 440.660 with a CTCSS tone of 110.9. It will not give you the 445.660, your receive frequency from the repeater. So you have to figure out what that is before you can go ahead and save it. To save these in the radio as is, go ahead and just press menu, and it'll take you right to the memory channel section. And this works with any radio. Any radio can transmit, be it ICOM, Yaesu, Kenwood, whomever. I do like this radio. The only problem I found with it is the fact that it has that spurious emission, which is a no-go. However, that being said, if that's fixed, then this radio would be spot on. It's got good power, it's got a good feel to it, it seems durable, I haven't had any issues with it, it's easy to program. The fact that it is already set up for chirp is a great benefit. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please leave them in the comments section below. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe and don't forget to click on the bell so you'll be notified each time I upload a video. If you'd like to help support the channel, there is a Patreon link in the description area. And while you're here, why don't you check out one of these other videos? And again, thanks for watching.